Right now, somewhere in this country, a small business owner is paying a virtual assistant $15 an hour to do something an AI tool could finish in 10 seconds, for free. That gap between what AI can already do and what most business owners even know exists. That's where a whole new wave of income is quietly opening up. 20 of them: chatbots, voice cloning, AI-edited video, automated bookkeeping, real services, real clients, real money, not crypto, not dropshipping. I tested every single one of these, so you don't have to. Quick intro if you're new here. I'm Martin. I study how small businesses actually make and lose money, and I'm not here to sell you a course. I narrowed it down to 20 AI-powered businesses anyone can start in 2026. No coding, no degree, without quitting your job. If you only remember one, make it the last one. It's the one with the highest income ceiling on this entire list. None of these 20 will make you rich this month, and if anyone online promises you that, you already know they're not being honest with you. What they can become, with consistent effort, is a real second income built on tools that didn't even exist a few years ago. Let's get into it. Business 1, AI chatbot setup for local businesses. Every dentist, salon, and restaurant owner knows they're losing customers who message at 11 p.m. and never hear back. In 2026, the tools to build a working AI chatbot are drag and drop simple, but most small business owners have never touched one. Typical setup fee runs a few $100s, plus a monthly retainer to maintain it. Don't sell AI. Sell and never miss another customer message again. Then show them the bot live on their own website. Most operators land their first paying client within a month of learning one no-code chatbot builder. Business 2, short-form content repurposing agency. Podcasters and coaches record for an hour, then let 90% of that value die in a folder. AI clipping tools now find the best moments and auto-caption them in minutes, work that used to take an editor all day. Agencies typically charge per finished clip or a flat monthly package for a set number of clips. Start with one podcast client, systemize your editing workflow, then resell that exact system to 5 more. A single client is usually enough to prove the offer within 2 to 3 weeks. Business 3, AI Resume and LinkedIn Profile Service. Millions of people are job hunting right now and staring at a blank resume template, terrified of getting it wrong. AI can draft a strong first version in minutes, but most job seekers don't know how to prompt it or judge the output. A polished resume and LinkedIn rewrite package typically sells for a modest flat fee per client. Specialize in one industry, like nursing or sales, so every resume you write gets faster and better than the last. With a repeatable template, most people can serve their first clients within days of starting. Business 4, AI social media management for small business. A local business owner would rather clean the bathroom than write another Instagram caption. AI can now turn one photo and one sentence into a week of on-brand posts, something that used to require a whole marketing hire. Ongoing management contracts are usually billed monthly per client, and most operators handle several accounts at once. Batch a full month of content in a single afternoon, so your actual time per client stays low and your margin stays high. 6 to 12 months of steady client acquisition is realistic before this replaces a part-time income. Business 5, AI voiceover and dubbing service. A creator with a great video and a rough microphone loses viewers in the first 5 seconds. AI voice tools can now clean, translate, and even dub a voice into other languages almost instantly. Per project pricing varies with length and language count, and repeat clients are common once quality is proven. Offer one extra language as a free add-on for your first few clients, then charge full price once you have samples to show. Building a believable portfolio takes a few weeks. Consistent monthly clients usually follow within a couple of months. Business 6, AI product photography for online sellers. A small e-commerce seller can't afford a studio, a photographer, and a dozen lifestyle shots for every product. AI image tools can now place a plain product photo into realistic lifestyle scenes without a camera, a model, or a studio. Sellers typically pay per product or per photo set, and repeat orders are common with growing catalogs. Build a before and after portfolio from your own test products before you ever pitch a paying client. This is one of the faster ones to start earning from. often within the first few weeks. Business 7, local SEO, and Google business optimization. Half the small businesses on any street have a neglected, half-finished Google listing that's quietly costing them customers. AI tools can now audit a listing, write the descriptions, and suggest the keywords that used to take an SEO specialist hours. Setup and monthly optimization packages are typically priced per business, with recurring monthly maintenance fees. Pitch with a free audit that shows exactly what's broken. People fix problems they can see. A handful of solid local relationships usually builds a stable recurring base within 6 months to a year. Business 8. AI newsletter writing for small businesses. Most small businesses know they should be emailing their customers, and almost none of them actually do it. AI can now draft a clean on-brand newsletter from a short voice memo, cutting what used to be hours down to minutes. Most operators charge a flat monthly retainer per client for a set number of sends. Offer the first newsletter free, then show the owner exactly how many people opened and clicked it. A stable roster usually takes several months of consistent outreach to build. Business 9. Custom AI chatbots for niche industries. A real estate office or a law firm doesn't need a generic chatbot. They need one trained on their exact process. Building a custom AI assistant trained on a business's own documents is now a configuration task, not a coding project. Custom builds command a higher one-time fee than generic chatbots, plus an ongoing hosting or maintenance charge. Pick one niche, learn its specific workflow deeply, and become the person that industry calls first. Because each build takes real setup time, most people run this as a project-based side income rather than dozens of clients at once. Business 10, AI podcast and video clipping service. A 2-hour interview holds maybe 20 solid clips, and almost nobody has time to find them. AI can transcribe, find the strongest moments, and rough cut them automatically, leaving you to polish rather than start from zero. Most clippers charge per episode or a flat monthly rate for a set number of finished clips. Land one recurring podcast client before chasing 5, since consistency beats volume in the first few months. A workable system usually takes 2 to 4 weeks to build, then it runs on repeat. Business 11. AI virtual staging for real estate. An empty listing photographs cold and sits on the market longer than a furnished one. AI can now furnish an empty room in a photo realistically in minutes, work that used to require actual furniture and a stylist. Agents typically pay per staged photo or a flat rate per listing package. Reach out directly to agents with slow-moving empty listings and offer a free sample staging on one photo. Real estate agents refer each other constantly, so this can build a client base faster than most on this list. Business 12. AI meeting transcription and notes service. Professionals sit through meeting after meeting and still can't remember what was actually decided. AI can now turn a recorded meeting into clean notes, action items, and a summary automatically instead of someone typing for an hour. This usually runs as a monthly subscription per team or per number of meetings covered. Target small teams first, like law firms or agencies, where meeting notes directly affect billing and accountability. Because it's subscription-based, income tends to compound steadily rather than in one large lump. Business 13. AI-assisted online course creation. An expert with real knowledge often has no idea how to turn it into an actual course. AI can now help outline, script, and even generate practice materials, cutting months of course building down to weeks. Most operators charge a flat project fee to build the course, sometimes with a revenue share on sales. Start with people who already have an audience, a coach, or a consultant, so the course has buyers waiting on day one. A first course typically takes 4 to 8 weeks to build, start to finish. Business 14. AI review and reputation management. A single bad review sits at the top of a business's search results for months if nobody responds to it well. AI can now draft thoughtful, on-brand responses to reviews instantly instead of an owner staring at a blank reply box. This typically runs as a low monthly retainer per business, often bundled with the local SEO service above. Bundle this with your other AI services rather than selling it alone, since it strengthens every other offer. Because it's a light monthly task, most people run this alongside several other clients at once. Business 15. AI ad creative for small business campaigns. A small business owner throws money at Facebook and Google ads with creative that was never actually tested. AI can now generate and test dozens of ad variations in the time it used to take to design just one. Most operators charge a flat monthly fee separate from the client's actual ad spend. Show a before and after of click-through rates from your first test campaign, then let that result sell the next client. Because results are measurable fast, this can build credibility and referrals quicker than most services on this list. Business 16, AI translation and localization service. A growing business wants to reach new markets, but can't afford a full translation team. AI translation has gotten good enough for real business use, but it still needs a human to check tone and accuracy. Pricing usually runs per word or per project, with repeat business from growing companies. Specialize in one language pair you actually understand well, so your quality control is genuinely reliable. Building trust with a few repeat clients typically takes a couple of months of consistent, accurate work. Business 17, AEI print-on-demand design service. Print-on-demand sellers need constant new designs, and most of them can't draw a single thing. AI image generation lets anyone produce professional-looking designs without ever picking up a stylus. Designers typically charge per design set or a flat monthly retainer for ongoing new designs. Build a portfolio of trending niches first: pets, hobbies, local pride, so sellers can see exactly what you can do. This is one of the lower investment options, often profitable within the first month. Business 18, AI-assisted bookkeeping and invoicing setup. A small business owner is still manually typing invoices at midnight instead of running their business. AI-powered bookkeeping tools can now categorize expenses and draft invoices automatically once they're properly set up. Most operators charge a one-time setup fee, plus an optional monthly fee to keep things running. Position yourself as the setup specialist, not an accountant. You're installing a system, not replacing their books. Because each setup is a defined project, this fits well as evening or weekend work alongside a job. Business 19, voice cloning and personalized audio messages. Businesses want personal, memorable messages for customers, but can't record 1,000 of them by hand. AI voice cloning can now generate a consistent on-brand voice for personalized messages at real scale. Pricing typically runs per batch of messages or a flat monthly service fee. Get explicit consent and stay strictly within your state's voice cloning and consumer protection rules from day one. This is a newer niche, so early movers who do it responsibly can build a reputation quickly. Business 20, AI automation consulting for local businesses. A local business is still doing by hand the exact tasks that a simple automation could handle in seconds. No-code automation tools connected to AI can now link a business's booking, invoicing, and messaging without a single line of code. This tends to pay the most on the list. Billed per project or a recurring fee for maintaining the automations. Master one popular automation platform deeply rather than learning 5 shallowly, and lead every pitch with a concrete time-saved number. Because it demands the most setup skill, this usually works best as your second or third business once you already have experience. Ask yourself honestly, how many of these 20 had you actually considered before today? Probably 2 or 3? And that's exactly the opportunity. While everyone else chases the same 5 overcrowded ideas, you now have 15 more nobody else is even looking at. Here's the simple roadmap. First, pick just one. Don't try to learn 3 AI tools at once. Second, talk to 5 real business owners in your area before you build anything. Ask what they actually struggle with. Third, offer your first client a discount in exchange for a testimonial and permission to use their results. Fourth, reinvest your first earnings into the tools and time that let you serve your second client faster than your first. Fifth, give it real months, not days. The businesses on this list compound slowly, and then all at once. None of these 20 will change your life by themselves. The tools will keep improving every month in 2026, but the businesses willing to actually use them will always be scarce. That gap is the opportunity, and it's sitting wide open right now. If this opened your eyes to something you hadn't considered, let me know in the comments which one you're starting first. I'm Martin, and I'll see you in the next one.